I've come to Yorkshire. Stuff I do for you. That's right, I'm in Haworth, which is apparently twinned with Machu Picchu. Although I believe that Machu Picchu is probably slightly easier to get to than Haworth. I'm going to walk up the main street, which I believe is up here somewhere. Like most people, I imagine, I have a list in my mind of my 5 most hated songs that were ever made. Tell me you don't have a similar list. Anyway, I won't go through them all now, but somewhere in the middle of those 5 songs is one by Kate Bush, in which she sings about a novel by Emily Bronte. I'm sure you know it. It's called Wuthering Heights. Yeah, I don't like that song. I think it's because when I was little, like a toddler, I don't mean any disrespect to anyone, but she sounded like a witch when she was singing it. The way she sings it sounds like the witch song. So anyway, that's in my top 5 most hated songs ever, and it has a link to Haworth because of course Haworth is where the Bronte family lived. To think on our way in, we actually drove up this hill. Well, that's what the sign said, come up this hill. Yeah, great idea. So let's carry on walking. It is what the Americans would call very quaint. So the way they're going on about Wuthering Heights in every shop window that you see, you'd be forgiven for thinking that Emily was the only Bronte and that Wuthering Heights was the only work that they came up with. Of course, Emily wasn't the only Bronte. She had 2 sisters who survived to adulthood, Charlotte and Anne, who were writers in their own right. And she also had a brother, Branwell, and she had 2 sisters who died in infancy, well not in infancy, as children, Elizabeth and Maria. So this that we're standing in now is Central Park in Haworth. And speaking of Wuthering Heights, I must say, oh my goodness, I have tried. I mean, I first tried when I was about 20, so ages ago now. I keep trying with that book. I just can't get into it at all. I'm actually trying again at the moment, and now that I'm more than a quarter way through, it's turned into what I would call a Magnus Magnusson book. I've started so I'll finish. I've started so I'll jolly well finish. Yeah, I know it might be one of the most popular books ever written, but it's not for me. I would say please don't read it unless you want to be confused and you enjoy reading particularly graphic and distressing descriptions of children being thrown over banisters. Maybe I should start another channel, My Book Reviews. What do you think? So this behind me then is where the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway stops at. Now it's not a traditional railway anymore, that was long since stopped. There are steam trains apparently, and apparently you can have afternoon tea on. There's meant to be a train coming soon. It's £1 to get on the platform, and in true Yorkshire style I'm not paying that. So I'm going to stand up here and hopefully when the train comes I'll be able to get a shot of it. Yeah, I'm not paying £1 when I can see it from out from the bridge. So speaking in terms of a literature theme, it's not just the Brontes around here. Yeah, going into that station has just reminded me that the 1970 version of the Railway Children, the adaptation, that's a good one with Bernard Cribbins and Jenny Agutter. That was actually filmed primarily along the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway. Okay, so this is where the Bronte parsonage was, which was the home of the Bronte sisters for most of their lives really. And this is where all the great works were written. So that was Haworth then. If you like this video, watch one of my other ones, and thanks so much for coming along, and I'll see you next time.